What is up? What is up, my gamers? I just got back home and I've tried to avoid as many spoilers as I could with this. I've avoided Twitter. I I I I tried avoiding Instagram. I avoided all of YouTube and did not want to see anything. No battles, no sneak peek, no um no next times, nothing. Anyways, Cell versus Metal Sonic. I am rooting for Metal Sonic, but I don't know if he's gonna win or not, but it's a Dragon Ball character against Sonic. So let's see how this goes. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Animation looks clean, by the way. Yes, it does look clean.
Cell versus Metal Sonic.
Which copycat
Ooh.
android is truly the superior model?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Are they starting off the battle with Neo Metal Sonic? I'm just realizing this because I did see a sneak peek that showed, him already as Neo. So is it gonna be Neo Metal Sonic already? I don't know.
There's a monster stalking Gingertown. No one who's seen it has lived to tell the tale. All it left behind was their clothes. Something ate these people's insides, leaving only a shadow behind.
Some kind of creature driven only by the need to feed. Earth's new apex predator, the ultimate life form.
He does not look like that. What is that? That's like Beta Cell. What is that? I've never watched Dragon Ball. I am so sorry.
Namekian Piccolo went to investigate this manslayer and discovered that it was intelligent. Its tail could unravel to absorb its hapless victims and add their energy to its wretched gestalt.
But the
I just realized something.
To absorb its
Bro's getting the best head. I had to.
nightmare was only just beginning because for its last trick, somehow this freak of nature knew the Kamehameha.
The mystery of
The
this
Kamehameha.
creature's origin was decades in the making. Years ago, the world was terrorized by the most advanced paramilitary organization in history, the Red Ribbon Army.
Until they got rocked by this little kung fu gremlin, Son Goku.
But Red Ribbon's dream of revenge
The motherfucker who
lived on
died
within
to
the head
Superman.
scientist, Dr. Giro.
Hiding away in his spooky cave laboratory, Giro would go to work studying the Z Fighters from afar, learning everything there was to know about them.
And building a series of androids that would destroy his spiky-haired nemesis once and for all.
He made a
I just want to comment how I love Death Battles, like editing, like with these analysis segments. I love them so much, and I really love how they evolved. And yeah, I just had to say that.
ton of them. Infinite energy androids, key absorbing androids, trucker head androids, and even ginger androids.
However, none
Damn,
of
he hates
Giro's creations
gingers?
were capable of matching that drive to improve that Goku and his fellow martial artists possessed.
Luckily, he had one more android left. A cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Giro's death to complete. Its name was Cell.
Born from a single cell,
a bug.
get it? This android possessed the genetic information of all the greatest warriors that had battled on Earth.
Kermit the Frog.
Fully
That's a funny reference because of the animator. That's a funny little reference here. It's funny.
evolved would become
7
unstoppable.
feet.
With their DNA, Cell absorbed all
7
their
foot
powers
tall.
and techniques too.
Common among all of them is the power to manipulate ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize it to fire energy blasts, fly at faster than light speeds, move things with telekinesis, and create force fields.
From the humans, Krillin and Tien, Cell knows the multiform technique, Destructo Disc, and the Tri-Beam, his extra special favorite. Oh, weird, I'm not seeing Chaozu on this list. Sorry, bud.
Is Chaozu human?
Oh,
Okay. Cell can fire the Death Beam, as well as breathe in and travel through the vacuum of space with the alien genes of Frieza and his father.
and because he's got Piccolo's DNA, Cell can regenerate humongous damage to his body at the cost of some ki.
Cell has survived having half his body vaporized multiple times, and cannot be destroyed.
I'm trying to take this all in just to see the scenario in which it will be used in battle, you know? I mean, no shit I'm gonna do that. But this regenerating ability, you know, it'll come to use.
Cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Should that little bugger survive, Cell will always return, even stronger than before, because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Definitely the cream of the genetic crop.
Sure, he can perfectly replicate attacks like the Gallic Gun, Spirit Bomb, and of course Kamehameha, as well as teleport by locking
Kamehameha.
on the living being's key signature.
But the best part of being a Saiyan is how much crazy stronger they get every time they almost die.
They can even evolve to become orders of magnitude stronger in the midst of battle. Combine that with Cell's healing factor, and he's effectively the ultimate warrior.
Like a perpetual shonen motion machine.
Driven by a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour Giro's previous androids, 17 and 18, believing it would make him perfect.
Only one problem.
Perfect
The
Cell.
Cell we know was born in the future, and both 17 and 18 had been destroyed. So he murdered Trunks and went back in time. Not our Trunks, future Trunks. Well, not future Trunks, but another future Trunks. It's very complicated. There's like 5 timelines.
As Cell defeated and absorbed the
Bruh.
androids, he evolved. Not only getting stronger, but changing his personality and developing a lust for battle.
He became less creepy bug serial killer and more, well, Saiyan. After exploiting that very Saiyan arrogance and warrior's pride, Cell finally became perfect.
And easily dominated Trunks and Vegeta, the latter of whom had decades of battle experience under his belt.
Perfect Cell's power was off the charts. He could threaten the whole Earth just by powering up. With a full power Kamehameha, he was even capable of destroying our entire solar system.
While the vast majority of our solar system's mass is located in the sun, this still means that Cell's Ki wave would have to reach 2.8 billion miles to eradicate every planet.
But Wiz, maybe he was just exaggerating.
Not likely. Cell's claim has been backed up in multiple guidebooks, and even demonstrated outright in the video games.
Cell's even stronger in the anime adaptation, considering the time Frieza blew up Namek. In the anime, the explosion was literally hundreds of light years wide and lit up the friggin' galaxy.
And Cell was far stronger than Frieza was at that point in time.
Hell, the Namekians could sense him all the way from a different galaxy and thought he might be a threat to the whole universe.
He's also incredibly fast, capable of blitzing
I mean,
even the strongest
yeah.
fighters at the time. Goku flew
All
from
Dragon Ball
Great
characters are
Heaven
fast,
all the way
to be
to
fair.
hundreds of billions of light years in half a minute. And that was in his base form.
Yeah, that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze mini Cell Juniors out of your butt? What? Never heard of that key technique? Call it the Kegel.
Jesus Christ, this guy can give birth. What can't he do? He can destroy his solar system. What can't he do?
Perfect Cell was entirely without
It's
fear.
in his name. It's
No longer
Perfect
wanted to Giro's
Cell.
petty grudge, decided to prove it with a tournament.
The Cell Games! And if Goku couldn't even beat him, what hope did anyone else have? Vegeta couldn't even handle a Cell Jr.
Their last
Damn.
hope was Goku's own son, Gohan.
After Cell arrogantly let him power up, Gohan unleashed his rage, pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits, and beat him. Wow, Cell, you really are related to Vegeta, aren't you?
In truth, Cell was a victim of his own success. The same Saiyan genes that made him all-powerful also sowed the seeds of his defeat.
He got so mad he even blew himself up. Maybe he does have some Chaozu in him after all.
Even that wasn't enough to totally put him down, and he came back with the same Super Saiyan power-up that Gohan had just unlocked.
So he can, like, adapt to these kinds of powers, whatever comes to him. He can, like, self-destruct, but that won't kill him.
Super Perfect Cell. Now,
Oh,
before lightning,
creative
in a
name.
battle for the ages, Cell put the entire weight of his biological programming against one lone Saiyan and went the distance.
But in the end, it still wasn't enough. No matter how brilliantly Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for going beyond.
What can be destroyed can always be rebuilt. All it takes to recreate the most fearsome warrior in the universe is one single cell.
I just want to go back real quick to this.
But in the end,
Biological programming against one lone Saiyan and went the distance.
But in the end, it still wasn't enough. No matter how brilliantly Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for going beyond.
Damn. So that's one disadvantage. Ooh. Uh, yeah, they really like. Is that Ben? Hi, Ben. No, like they really like doing this. Like they mention their greatest feat, but they mention one huge weakness that can change a lot to the battle just to make it even. I don't know. All right, time for metal.
Time and again, the world and its cuddly forest critters were threatened by the evil and oval Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
And time and again, that same world and those same critters were saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. No matter how many
I just want to mention that like Eggman was taken down by Bowser, and Bowser is taken down by Mario, and Mario can take down Sonic or is equally as even with him. So, and with all the battles that Sonic was against Metal, maybe in the end that could mean, wait, Mario is as strong as Goku?
robotic badniks, the good doctor threw at his blue spiky nemesis. His schemes were always 6 spin jumps to the glowing weak spot away from getting cracked and scrambled.
But it wouldn't be over easy for Eggman. If he couldn't defeat the Blue Blur, he would make his own, Metal Sonic.
Oh, the
0
aura.
points on creativity for that name.
This movie, man, this OVA gave him so much aura. Just look at him. He's so menacing here. God, I would not mess with this thing.
But goddamn, he does
He's literally radiating aura right now, dude.
look metal as hell.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
3-3.
So Eggman built metal with more than enough points.
Sonic. I can see
zoom
that.
around at massively hypersonic speeds, fast enough to fly to nearby planets in seconds.
He's tougher than Eggman's.
Hold on, go back there.
Enough to fly to nearby planets in seconds.
He's tougher
Okay,
than
so he's
Eggman's standard
fast
equipment,
and
some of which
can fly to
survive
space.
Black holes.
Metal can use all of Sonic's power-ups and even replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his own.
He can attack with energy blast, fire a chest laser, surround himself in an electric aura, or an impenetrable force field.
By overloading his circuitry with energy, Metal can activate V Maximum Overdrive, quadrupling his
Maximum
acceleration
Overdrive.
and obliterating anything in his path, at the risk of self-destructing.
So he can be at maximum overdrive but has a risk of self-destructing. Great, they both have self-destructing. What else?
Think all that'd be
And
enough to turn
and fast to move to planets.
the
Great.
rodent into roadkill. But it only took one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
On paper, Metal should be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For some reason, Eggman wasn't able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpened his AI into a seething hatred of his
They really used the Sonic 06 fucking clip of him laughing like he's fucking evil or something.
rival and a burning desire to prove himself superior.
Yeah, well, when you're getting your
Oh, this
super
dude has
soul
jealousy
handed to
over
you by
Sonic.
Charmy B, you know something's gone horribly wrong.
Fuck Charmy
Metal's
B.
defeats gave him an existential crisis. If he was created to surpass Sonic and couldn't even manage that, what was he? Why should he exist?
He's still the GOAT.
Never one to admit defeat, Eggman took Metal back to the drawing board and birthed him anew. You,
This Neo Metal Sonic was, above all, far smarter.
especially after he copied Eggman's intelligence and took over his empire. And we mean literally copied. If Metal started as Sonic's copycat, why not hunt all of his furry friends down and copy them too?
Neo Metal Sonic is equipped with scanners in his optic receptors that can copy a person's biodata, giving him the ability
Biodata?
to recreate all of their abilities in seconds.
Like the Sonic Boom, Knuckles' Hammer Punch, Tails' magical swiveling asshole, and Big's ability to suck at fishing.
Okay.
Metal isn't just learning their moves, he can replicate more esoteric powers like Silver Psychokinesis, manufacture Rouge's mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon invisibility. It's worth mentioning that biological data is a
This guy's
real
got a
scientific
lot.
term and can refer to molecular structures like the genome sequence within a living organism's DNA.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably helps that he can shapeshift and regenerate his whole body from a puddle.
Likely by copying one of the mightiest beings on the planet, the god of destruction, Chaos.
Not the only chaos he's encountered.
By scanning the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, he gained his ability to manipulate some of the most powerful artifacts in the universe.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
Obama.
Yes, the emeralds contain an infinite wellspring of mystical power and life energy. With them, Metal can perform Shadow's chaos control. He can teleport, warp, and distort space, boost his speed, and stop time. And with either the Chaos Emerald or Master Emerald, he can transform into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Still got whooped by Bowser.
Completely invulnerable and completely golden, Super Neo Metal Sonic can move at faster than light speeds and has the power to move continents.
The emeralds are
Super Neo Sonic looks better in gold. Can I just say that? The color scheme works better. Sorry.
inconceivably powerful. They've been used to fuel Eggman's Death Egg, which could obliterate star systems.
On their own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Other super characters like Sonic have battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and timelines in...
So compared to Perfect Cell, from what I gathered, Cell can destroy like a solar system, and what can Super do?
On their own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Whole universes. That's a very big feat because look, the universe is humongous.
Other super characters
So,
like Sonic have battled
I
and
don't
defeated
know.
beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and timelines in seconds. At their peak, 3 super hedgehogs have even fought Solaris, who nearly consumed Sonic's entire multiverse.
So Super Neo Metal Sonic should be just as powerful as any of them. Though he's gotta be quick, because all that power only lasts a short time.
The road to total domination was nearly at an end. After manipulating Sonic and friends and copying their abilities, Metal eventually combined their biodata with the mighty Egg Fleet and became Metal Overlord.
So that's what this is called, Metal Overlord. Oh yeah, I haven't made it that far into Sonic Heroes.
Complete with missiles, giant crystal projectiles, and the strength to match 3 supersonic heroes all by himself, Overlord is all-time final boss material.
And he knew it. His ego might as well have had its own health bar. Metal's drive to surpass his rival had morphed into the delusional belief that he was the original, and Sonic the loathsome copy.
A copy that Metal had finally outclassed. All the heroes Metal had gathered had to team up to take him down.
He may have stolen their abilities, but Metal never possessed the thing that made the Sonic heroes successful: their friendship and teamwork.
Aw,
My fucking friendship takes down Metal.
how cute! Gag. Probably should have added some of those goddamn rails to the final boss fight, because it is impossible to land on those things. Ahem. After
Damn.
getting trashed again, Eggman reprogrammed Metal to purge any bits of rebelliousness from his code.
Metal returned to being the Eggman Army's chief enforcer, always proving invaluable as the Bad Doctor's greatest creation, now completely obedient once again.
I don't know, Wiz. Who knows what's really going on behind those glowing red eyes? Maybe Metal is more cunning than he lets on, and is only biding his time until he can take over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied was the ability to lie.
That hit deep.
Hey, I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick. And if you don't believe me,
But what about now? That's
Ah. Okay, let's get this over with.
All right, the combatants are set.
Rooting for Metal, of
The data
course.
through all possibilities.
it's
I just want to see my favorite character win. And also, based on everything that was going on, he probably might take the win. Because this dude can basically, like, create and destroy a universe. Well, this guy can destroy, well, whatever. I'll let the battle speak for itself.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your reputation precedes you.
I love the voice acting. Also, this is the last death battle that the animator is going to be working on. I don't know what his name is, but I'll show it on screen. Yeah, this will be his last death battle because he's going to be leaving. I don't know the details, but that's all what's up. So let's see if he goes out with a bang.
Bring me your strongest fighter, or face. Then prepare to kneel before your master.
Damn, already Neo. He's already Neo. That's funny. So, use double team. Ah, the force field that was mentioned. Mmm. Mmm.
Tell me, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear? Not anymore.
The battle just started and it's already about to end. Can't Cell copy his ability? What's going on? Like, it's gonna be cut short, I know that, because we're already here. They're already going all out. Unless fucking Metal can go back to Super, which, okay, shouldn't this be his ultimate, form? Oh. Oh, wow, right as I said that.
You're dealing with the ultimate life form.
Ah,
Possesses data. Observe. Chaos.
that's funny.
Done.
Oh, he's not backing down.
Life form data successfully copied.
Mmm. Mmm.
It'll take
But he can just regenerate that arm, right?
more than that to kill me, puppet.
So he copied him.
I know. Now I know everything about you, insect.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Damn, he's giving birth. All right. Everything. He copied everything about him. Even the destroying, like, solar system combined with universe. Oh god. It's over. It's over for Cell. It's over for Cell, dude.
Don't you dare.
That'd be a funny way to go out. That's it? That's it? Never mind. Ah, the Kamehameha from fucking Metal 2. Ah, dude.
I am not just the greatest warrior in the universe. I am all of them.
He's gonna copy the ability.
If you are all of them, then so am I. I'll never lose.
The music is still going, so well, it's over. It's over, dude. Yep.
I'll crush you.
Mmm.
So, now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that world's fucked.
Oh, the entire universe is at stake, dude.
Our bad.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball Z, but Eggman's greatest creation.
Such a
has been the
W,
two
dude.
mushrooms. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
Sure,
Speed,
sure.
abilities, and adaptation.
Metal is already speed. He's as fast as Sonic. That's already
Who
enough.
was the strongest? Well, it's no surprise that any version of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his
Yeah, that's what I
stronger
said.
forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe on his own.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he could destroy it in one go, especially since it's only brought up theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse universe, and Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes the edge in strength.
And with Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who in Shadow Generations can destroy entire universes in seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe, we can estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after the Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Hey, just like Time Eater. The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell can move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed.
Oh.
You know, the thing Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that. Let's see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with Chaos Control, that became a lot tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time, something that countered Cell's speed advantage and left him open. And with Silver's psychokinesis, or the Emerald spatial distortion, Metal could seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn, Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not even paying attention to the analysis, because the battle was really all I need.
Brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us with the one thing they're both known for, their capability to evolve and become more powerful in response to their opponents.
Yeah.
AKA their adaptation.
Yeah.
Frankly, that's where this back and forth completely breaks. Because at the end of the day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell can't absorb Metal.
Cell's ability to physically absorb an opponent is primarily viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Even if he took Metal by surprise, he can't absorb fully inorganic robots like Android 16.
Cell was only able to absorb Android 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
On the other hand, can copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could easily accomplish during a time stop.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z Warriors too.
Remember, Metal's copying applies to abilities that fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body.
Why didn't he use those abilities, the invincibility or any of those other things? I just realized.
Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place. Quite literally, biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's key techniques? Believe it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being able to produce life energy, similar to Ki. So there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this point, there's nothing stopping Metal from, say, stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level. Just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do anything the Z fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, cause Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous advantages. Metal's copy ability is just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it Sonic CD.
Why's that?
Huh?
Cell died.
Bruh. Okay, so in conclusion, like, Mario defeats Sonic, Sonic defeats Metal, Metal defeats Cell, Cell can defeat Goku, Mario is OP than Goku.
Where's he? You get it? CD? Wiz? Where you go? Come on back. Next time.
They don't show animations of the two often. I mean, honestly, low-key, I kind of like that they don't anymore. I don't know, they were too distracting from, like what was actually going on Anyways, what's the next one? What is the next one?
Come on, Death Battle.
Oh!
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
Okay, I'm rooting for Bakugo. I'm rooting for Bakugo. I just restarted. I'm binging My Hero right now as we speak. So I'm already rooting for Bakugo. I don't know who you are, but Bakugo, please, I need this, please. No, cause the moment I saw that little like grenade thingy, like the little grenade like key thing or whatever you call it, like I knew. Wait, was that Bakugo? And I saw more explosions then. I was right. So, please win. I please. Anyways, I'm out.